Hi, everybody. My name is Asha Garcia, and today I'll be talking about a very important topic, whether or not the embryo is a person. From my standpoint, I do believe that the embryo is a person, and I'll be listing my arguments in the following clips. We need to understand that this isn't only a scientific question, this also has a tie in with anthropology, since it is the study of human and its nature. So, looking at it from an anthropological stand view, we can see that personhood is often tied in with different essential characteristics. And we can see that the embryo does have the capacity for rationality, the ability to relate to others, and even the potential for future development. And even though we can't see these characteristics in the embryo itself, in the anthropological stand view, it is understood that the embryo does have inherent dignity and it has human dignity, and that can be taken away from someone. Now, looking at it from a biological stand view, it is understood that the embryo is a distinct organism and it already has its own DNA that is different from the mother and the father and from you and I and from everybody else in this world. So we can see that this embryo will have to undergo different division and even separation and growth. So it does show clear signs of life. These early stages does also demonstrate the future development that this embryo can undergo because it can go under development. Looking at it from an ethical perspective, it is understood that personhood isn't solely about the presence of conjunctive abilities, the ability to speak, to see, to walk. It is also tied into what is the essence of being a human. We can see, for example, in Catholicism, my faith, that we understand that human personhood starts from the beginning of conception, that the embryo is considered a human being from that point onward. In this sense, we can see that the embryo isn't just a collection of cells, but it's a person in formation that already has the inherent dignity. It has a potential for rationality, for the relationships, for future moral agency, and this is the capacity that isn't fully developed yet, but it can. But the embryo is just in an early state. In conclusion, the embryo does hold anthropological value as a person, beginning at conception. While the full expression is still progressing and will develop over time, it is important to note that the embryo is already a living human being with dignity and potential. Understanding this will help us onward understand that this isn't just a biological tissue. This is a person in formation that deserves protection and respect. Thank you so much for watching.